So now I will demonstrate bead making. We made beads out of olivella shells and clams and even steatite. We would break up olivella shells such as this one, and then we would turn them into little beads and put them on a string and then roll the string until they were round. And that was our form of currency. And we would also use it to put on our cultural items with asphaltum. And I'll show you how we make a drill, which is this right here with a Franciscan chert tip, in order to drill the bead in the first place. I have this one that I made yesterday. It's Monterey chert, a micro drill, and I have it ready to haft into this shaft, and I straighten the shaft using heat. And now what I'm going to do is heat up some asphaltum and then use that to glue this drill into here, and then I'll take some deer sinew and lash it around there to keep it strong. Asphaltum occurs naturally on the beach, and you can even find it in some places in the backcountry and tar pits. What I do is I break it up. I'll use 2 rocks and break it, and then I have a little piece that I can throw in my cooking container to melt it and use it as glue. Traditionally, we would have put it in a clamshell and had that on a campfire on the beach. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to heat this up, and then once it starts to get hot, it will melt down. As you can see, it's solid right now. I have my little stirring stick and I can't pull it out. So once it starts melting down, this stick will be able to move again, and I'll be able to take my drill bit, dip it in the asphaltum, and put it in the shaft, and that will dry pretty quick, and it'll be really solid, and then I can add the deer sinew. So I'm going to start up my stove. Now as you can see that it's heating up, I can move my stirring stick. And now that a little bit of it is melting, I can dip my drill in here pretty soon. Now I can dip it in. And now it's ready to be placed on the shaft. What I'll do is I'll wet my fingertips, and that way I can form the asphaltum around the drill and around the haft. And now all we need to do is add the deer sinew, and then we'll be good to go. So I'll take a strand of this deer sinew, which is very hard right now, but once I begin to chew it, it will soften up. And then it'll be, once it dries up, it'll become hard again, and it'll be ready to drill. The sinew's soft enough. I'll go ahead and tie it on here. These are triangular bores that are used to start the drilling process. So I'm going to get the hole started with this borer. I'm going to figure out where I want the hole, and then slowly begin to turn it, and that'll create a little divot. And there's the start of our hole. And then what I'll do is I'll take the drill and I'll place it where I want the hole to be, and then I'll begin spinning my hands back and forth like I'm trying to make a fire with a hand drill. So now the hole is about a quarter of the way there, and what I can also do is start in on the other side so it can meet up with this hole. once you have the hole all the way through and you want to make it bigger, you can put it in a sandstone holder, and then that way you can keep drilling it and it'll hold the bead in place. And we made it all the way through. So that's how you drill a bead.